welcome to Memorial Stadium here in Champaign, Illinois. The Fighting Illini gear up to host their rivals from the state of Indiana, the Purdue Boilermakers. It's the battle for the Purdue Cannon. It's senior day. It's the last week of the regular season for these Illini seniors to play in front of their home fans. And the Illini will look to get a W and continue their path towards pursuing a Big Ten championship today. Purdue will be sporting a pass-happy offense that, of course, contrasts the run-happy offense from Illinois. But, of course, as we mentioned, Chase Hayden, their star running back for Illinois, he will be out today along with Devin Witherspoon. So, unfortunately, Witherspoon, the senior, will not be able to play today. And some visiting prospects, some big important names, some names that could be important ones of the future for this program will be visiting today as well. So for the last time this season, at-home impressions are to be made. Illinois will defer the second half, and Caleb Griffin will send us away. The crowd is amped up. It's senior day, and Caleb Griffin sends us off. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Champaign. And Rondale Moore, the star wide receiver for Purdue, he will take a knee in the end zone. And we'll get to see Jack Plummer, the quarterback for the Boilermakers, and this offense. Purdue will start from under the gun. Plummer fakes the handoff and he pitches us out to King Doru. King Doru will take it for 2 yards. This Illini defense, as we mentioned, is number 6 in the country in total yardage going into today, and they will look to continue the good play against another one of these pass-happy offenses. After the reception there to Belotto, the tight end, Purdue will start 2nd and 12 as we jump ahead. It's a pitch to Doru, and Doru picks up a block there on the outside, and he gets 5 yards. So for the first time today, Purdue facing a 3rd down situation. Plummer looking to throw. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to fire it downfield into double coverage, and it's knocked away. Eddie Smith and Daniel Edwards were there in double coverage, and great job for the defense to get a stop. Jumping ahead now as the offense takes over. It's 2nd down and 8. Chase Brown will be the featured running back today. Chase Brown, the senior, will of course get to start today. He will be the 3-down back for the Illini. And on 3rd down and 5, Williams fires it off to Jafar Armstrong. Armstrong is another senior that's looking to have a big day today. And he brings the Illini into Purdue territory. Chase Brown gets the handoff, and he's picking up some nice blocks. He's going down the sideline, and he scores. Touchdown. Illinois comes out of the gates firing the cannons, and Chase Brown leads the Illini down the field on their opening drive for a touchdown. What a way to start. Chase Brown picking up some great blocking in front of him. And the Illini are off to a quick 7-0 lead. Plummer will look to throw on 1st down and 10 here. He fires off to the outside and hits Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore is one of the more prolific wide receivers in all of college football, and he gets his first reception of the day. Plummer facing a blitz is going to dump it off to Milton Wright on the sidelines. And you can see already Purdue likes to throw the ball all over the yard. They're using both of the sidelines here on this drive. Plummer's going to fire it over the middle, but it's going to be picked off by Eddie Smith. Eddie Smith is brought down at midfield, and just like that, Purdue turns it over. I was just about to mention, as Jack Plummer likes to throw the ball all over the yard, that does not come without some interceptions, and Illinois gets one right there. Eddie Smith was right in his blind spot. And you can see Purdue's head coach is not happy with Plummer there. Plummer did not even see him. The offense takes over, looking to build on some points off of the turnover. Chase Brown gets the carry for 9. We jump ahead now. It's 3rd down and 1. It should be 4-down territory for Illinois, and Chase Brown is stuffed behind the 1st down line. So they are going to go for it here on 4th down and 1. They're going to go into the I formation. It's going to be a handoff to Brown, and Brown picks up a good hole over the middle, and he easily converts the 1st down. Fresh set of downs now for the Illini. Play action. Williams is going to roll to his right, and he's just going to tuck it and run, and he gets hit pretty hard as he goes out of bounds, so it'll be a gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 now from about the 34-yard line. Ford in motion, and it's the give to Brown, and Brown is barreling over Boilermaker defenders, and he picks up 12 yards. Chase Brown in this downfield running attack has been great so far today. Kyron Cumbie in motion. It's going to be a screenplay set up for him, and Cumbie trying to pick up some blocks. He's going to scamper his way to the left side, and Cumbie makes a 9-yard reception there. So now it's 3rd down and manageable. 2 yards to go, and Illinois can convert the 1st down. Williams is going to roll to his right, and he's going to fire it off at the last second with Luke Ford in the area, and that one was wildly out of bounds. And I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe a miscommunication, but Luke Ford just stopped running and went the other way, and that ball was way out of bounds. So that mistake is going to cost Illinois a chance to get into the end zone, and they'll have to settle for the field goal, but Caleb Griffin puts it through. So either way, Illinois gets 3 points off that interception, and Purdue will take over. A quick reception to a wide open Belotto, who's got 2 of them already, and Purdue is up to the 40. It's going to be a handoff to Doru, and Doru puts down a stiff arm on Tariq Barnes and picks up the 1st down. For the first time today, Purdue now is into Illini territory. Plummer continuing to work from under center. He's going to fire it off to a wide open Rondale Moore, and Rondale Moore picks up his 2nd reception of the day. And now Purdue is in business. They are past the 30-yard line. Plummer calling some changes at the line. He's going to fire it off to Rondale Moore, who picks up some blocks over the middle, and he's up for an 18-yard gain. You can already see the electricity that they get out of Rondale Moore. He is very fast in the open field. He's a very good route runner, and he is deadly. Hewitt will get the handoff this time to the left side, and he's going to be met by Shaman Cooper and a few other Illini there, as it's going to be 3rd down and 4 now as we jump ahead. 3rd down and 4. Illinois is going to send the blitz. They're going to set up a screen for Hewitt, and Hewitt is tracked down from behind, and he's going to be short. Outstanding defense from the Illini to track Hewitt down in the open field on that screenplay. And Purdue will have to settle for a chip shot field goal, and they put it through. So it's now 10-3, a good amount of scoring here in the 1st quarter. And Purdue is going to have to kick us off here before the end of the 1st quarter here. Kyron Cumbie will look to get his 4th kickoff return touchdown of the season, and he's got a good hole here to start, and he's going to be brought down in the open field. He couldn't quite juke out of that one, but he will set up Illinois with good field position as the 1st quarter finally comes to a close. 1st down and 10 now from near midfield. Chase Brown gets to the outside, and he barrels his way downfield, and he is out of bounds. 2nd down and inches now. So far, Chase Brown has put down a good impression. He has been able to make some effective runs. He is barreling his way downfield, and he is running with a sense of purpose today. He's already got 74 yards and a touchdown. Isaiah Williams looking to throw here. He's going to roll to his left, and there's going to be nobody on the whole left side of the field, and Isaiah Williams picks up a huge chunk of yards there on the rush. Great field awareness from Isaiah Williams. Illinois had trips right, and with all the receivers going downfield, there was nobody for the defense in the area, and Isaiah Williams was able to pick it up. Purdue sends a blitz, and Isaiah Williams is tracked down and sacked. Jalen Graham came through there unblocked, and somebody missed an assignment there as Williams was sacked. 2nd down and 19 now. He's going to dump it off to Cumbie over the middle, and Cumbie is trying to get those yards back. He picks up 12. So now it is 3rd down and 7. We've already seen Illinois have to settle for a field goal here in this similar situation on the previous drive. Williams. He's going to roll to his left, but he runs into a defender and is sacked. Isaiah Williams is sacked by Jalen Graham again. Isaiah Williams just bailed out of the pocket very early and ran right into Graham, and I'm not sure what Isaiah Williams is trying to do there, but Illinois will have to settle for another field goal but they extend the lead now back to 10 points. Indiana and Michigan. We talked about this game on the last episode. Some huge implications over in the Eastern Division. So we will update you with that as this game goes along as well. David Deal's defense will take the field now with a 10-point lead to work with. We jump ahead now to 3rd down and 2. Plummer will fire it over the middle to Milton Wright. And Purdue is able to extend this drive and avoid the 3-and-out. Plummer is going to hand it off to Doru, and Doru is popped by Beeson. Marquez Beeson absolutely destroyed Doru there. And wham, what a hit. 3rd down and 7 now. Can the defense get off the field? Purdue is going to send the tight end in motion here. Plummer is going to fire it off to Belodu, and Belodu is going to be hit out of bounds by Tariq Barnes. Great pursuit from the Illini. They have forced another punt. And so far, if you look at the total yardage, Purdue has actually matched Illinois, believe it or not. But the scoreboard does not reflect that up to this point. The offense takes over with a 10-point lead now. Chase Brown looking to go to the right side. He is going to not be taken down just yet, and finally he is. And that's going to go for a 7-yard gain. Chase Brown with some good runs today. He's just refusing to go down. He's going to get the pitch this time on the left side of the field, and he is up for a 14-yard gain. Chase Brown already is averaging 8.6 yards per carry. He has a touchdown run, and he has nearly 100 yards, and we're not even close to the second half quite yet. Williams is going to look to throw here. He's going to roll to his right, and the pocket collapses, and he is sacked. Williams is sacked again, and this time it's George Karlaftis, one of the best defensive edge rushers in this class, and he will be a very high draft pick in the NFL draft coming up in this spring. 3rd down and 11 now as we jump ahead. Illinois sporting 4 wide receivers, and Williams is changing some routes at the line of scrimmage. Play clock running down. Williams is going to stand in the pocket, and he fires to Armstrong, and it's incomplete. Williams fired it into Armstrong there in heavy traffic, and Armstrong couldn't hold on. That's good defense from Purdue. Their offense will take over, and Plummer was going to try to pitch it out for Doru, and Doru cannot get to the edge. Illinois has just been stuffing those lanes all day, and Doru only has 20 yards rushing, and you know David Deal loves that. 2nd down and 12 now. We're under 2 minutes to go in the half. Plummer looking to throw. He's just going to dump it off to Doru, and Doru is going to go up for 5 yards. And quickly now, Purdue is facing another 3rd down and 7 situation. Illinois shows safety blitz. They send a man in motion. And Illinois is actually going to call a timeout here as the clock was running. And it looks like Deal wants to get the ball back with a chance to score before the half. So Deal's going to call a timeout. 1:29 to go. Plummer out of the timeout. It's going to fire to his left, and it's Belodo again. Belodo always seems to be getting open on these post routes. And Plummer's been able to find him 3 times now. Plummer's looking to throw again. This time he dumps it out to Ahmad Anderson Jr., and that goes for 7 yards. Purdue now is at midfield. You think they at least want to try to get a field goal out of this and make it a 1-possession game. Plummer, with time to throw, is going to dump it off over the middle to Malik Carr, and Purdue is going to call a timeout here. It's 3rd down and 2 and 55 seconds to go. Plummer, sporting 5 wide, is going to fire it over the middle again. It's Ahmad Anderson Jr., and they convert another 1st down with Illinois playing some soft coverage here. And Purdue still has a little ways to go to get in the field goal range. 1st down and 10. Plummer's going to fire it downfield, and it's Rondale Moore. He's got to step on the defender, and he scores. Touchdown, Purdue. Rondale Moore got behind the defense, and Jack Plummer hits him for a 48-yard touchdown reception. And look at there, that was on Marquez Beeson. Rondale Moore just absolutely blew right by him. And that speed is just deadly from Rondale Moore. He is going to be a great player one day in the NFL. And Marquez Beeson learned that the hard way just there. Isaiah Williams in the offense, looking to score with under 40 seconds to go. And Williams is going to be sacked, as you just saw. So Illinois calls a timeout, and that's not how you want to start this drive. Only 33 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 16. And Williams has his pass batted at the line of scrimmage. And that ball's incomplete, so now it's 3rd down and 16. And if you're Illinois, you don't want to give Purdue back with the ball near midfield. They're going to do a draw play to Brown here, and Brown is going to try to break a tackle, and he's almost up near the 1st down marker. He picks up 14 there, but unfortunately, that's not going to be enough for the 1st down. Purdue calls a timeout, and Illinois is going to have to punt the ball away. So Purdue's going to get the ball back with a little bit of time here. Rondale Moore is going to take the punt return, and he just goes right up the middle. And so Purdue now has 15 seconds to try to get a field goal. They don't have any timeouts, however. They fire it off to Belotto, and Belotto gets out of bounds, and Purdue's now up to the 50. 11 seconds to go. Purdue cannot afford to take a sack or have anything go down behind the line of scrimmage in the open field. They dump it off to Doru. And Doru is up for the 1st down, but he was tackled in the open field, so the clock will start here. Plummer, as time expires, he's just going to dump it off to Doru. And Doru trying to make men miss in the open field. He is going to be knocked out of bounds. And Purdue does not attempt the Hail Mary there. And fortunately for Illinois, they were able to suppress any sort of field goal opportunity on that last drive. A great start to the half for Illinois, but a little bit of sloppy play there towards the end, especially offensively. And Purdue makes it a 3-point game here towards the end of the half. And the disparity we were talking about between the passing and rushing definitely shows here. Purdue with 217 passing yards already in just the 1st half. They've had some explosive plays. That one play to Rondale Moore there with 30 seconds to go in the half. Illinois will look to take over here to start the 2nd half. Chase Brown gets the carry, and he is up for a 7-yard gain. 3rd down and 1 now as we jump ahead. It's going to be a handoff to Chase Brown, and Brown easily picks up the 1st down. He's up for a gain of 9. So Illinois will get the 1st down here, and Chase Brown has 128 yards rushing today. Illinois really shows its depth at the running back position. Williams stands tall in the pocket, and he fires one off to Kamari Thompson for a 15-yard gain. What a throw from Isaiah Williams. Williams will look to dump it off on a screen to Chase Brown, and Chase Brown is up, and he gets the 1st down. Illinois coming out hot, looking good on this opening drive of the 2nd half. Kamari Thompson, as well as another wide receiver who just made one of the previous receptions there. That is a senior and playing at Memorial Stadium for the last time in his collegiate career. 3rd down and 3 now. Illinois has struggled in the red zone today. They will try to get into the end zone. Isaiah Williams is going to keep it, and he pitches it out to Reggie Love at the last second. And that goes for a gain of 9. Isaiah Williams could have just held on to the ball and would have had the 1st down, but he made a dangerous pitch out to Love, and it worked. 1st down and goal now. Williams steps up in the pocket. He's diving for the end zone, and they're going to mark him just short. Isaiah Williams almost had it, and it's going to be 2nd down and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. Illinois goes into the goal line formation. They're going to try to pitch it out to Chase Brown, and Chase Brown was unable to get in. He was tracked down by Marvin Grant. Illinois could not get that block on Grant now, and it's 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Williams is going to roll to his right, and he fires, and it's behind Luke Ford and incomplete. Oh my goodness, if Isaiah Williams just hits that throw on the money, that's probably a touchdown, and that throw was well behind Luke Ford there. And Illinois is going to have to settle for another field goal in the red zone. It's been a frustrating day as far as red zone efficiency for the Illini. They've had 3 field goals on drives that could have been touchdowns. Regardless, though, Illinois is happy to have the lead, though. And it's 16-10. They still have a 6-point lead to work with, and the defense, outside of a Rondale Moore touchdown, has looked very good today. That time they get to Plummer, as I don't know if he tripped there, but Patrick Coleman was able to get to him in the backfield, and it's now 3rd down and 10. Plummer looking to throw. He fires over the middle, and it's Bellodo again for another 1st down reception. Bellodo has been a thorn in the side of this defense today. Plummer continuing to look to throw, but this time is going to be sacked. It's Keith Randolph, the NCAA sack leader, gets his 17th sack of the season. And he has just broken a school record. Keith Randolph breaks the Illini school record for sacks in a season with his 17th, and he is keeping that ball. Great job by Keith Randolph. He is having an outstanding season. He is one of the best players in all of college football. And it has shown all season. His defense gets the stop there, as that was a great tackle in the open field, and the offense will take over. We jump ahead now to 2nd down and 8. Isaiah Williams is going to try to get out of the pocket, and he is able to, and he runs up and picks up the 1st down. Great running there from Isaiah Williams. They're going to send Armstrong in motion here, and they're going to give to him on a jet sweep. Armstrong is getting up to the left side, and he picks up the 1st down. Jafar Armstrong, the senior, picks up the 1st down, and he's got a 15-yard rush along with the reception today. 1st down and 10 now for the Illini. The Illini are eager to get back into the end zone after having some frustrating drives stall for field goals in this game. 2nd down and 4 now at midfield. The give is going to go to Chase Brown, and Chase Brown is up, and he is fighting for those extra yards and gets the 1st down. I've been so impressed with Chase Brown today, and he has done a great job. He was in a similar situation when Mike Epstein got hurt towards the end of the season last year, and he continues to do great work coming in relief. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 now after the quick reception to Luke Ford. And now with the quarter coming to a close, it's 3rd down and 8. It's going to be a handoff to Chase Brown, and Chase Brown is going to be met. And it's going to be 4th down and 6 as the quarter comes to a close. And you got to figure that Illinois is thinking 4-down territory here. And they'll have a whole break between the 3rd and 4th quarter to think about what they're going to call here. And they're going to bring out the field goal unit. This is going to be a very long field goal. This is a 56-yarder from Caleb Griffin, and it's short. It's no good. Wow, I was surprised to see Illinois bring out the field goal unit there. And an update on this Michigan-Indiana game. Michigan takes out Indiana at home. So now with that win, Michigan is still, of course, in play for the Big Ten East. They have a head-to-head win now over Indiana. And Indiana's lead in that division is on thin ice. The offense takes over for the Boilermakers after that missed field goal. And the reception to Rondale Moore will set up 2nd and inches, and Plummer keeps it up the middle for a 1st down there. That's the first time that we've seen Plummer run the ball today. 5 wide, and Plummer is going to try to run it again, but this time Illinois is all over it. Shamon Cooper says no, and he gets Plummer there in the backfield. We jump ahead now to 3rd down and 10. Plummer is going to fire to the right side, and he hits Rondale Moore in traffic. What a catch by Moore. And Plummer fit that one in there in a tight window, and Purdue converts. Plummer will look to keep it on the read option, and he's picking up blocks. He breaks a tackler, and he picks up 7 yards. With a little bit more speed, that could have potentially been a touchdown. Plummer fakes the handoff, and he keeps it again, breaks a tackle, and gets up for 1 yard. It's 3rd down and 1 now, and all of a sudden Jack Plummer is starting to run the ball on every other play. And the backup comes into the game now. The backup quarterback is Paul Pyferi, and he comes in on 3rd down and 1. He's going to try to keep it again on a read option. He's sacked in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Tariq Barnes gets to him, and that's a huge stop. Paul Pyferi, the backup quarterback, comes in for Plummer. After all of a sudden, Purdue started rushing with the quarterback. And Pyferi is going to come out again. They're going to go for it here on 4th down and 5. This is a big play here. Pyfiri with a man in his face. He's going to fire to a wide open Sheffield, and it's a touchdown. Unbelievable. Purdue brings in the backup quarterback after Plummer gets hurt for a few plays. He gets stuffed in the backfield. They go for it on 4th down and 5, and they convert the touchdown pass to Sheffield on 4th down and 5. Wow. That ties the game, and the simple PAT will give Purdue the lead. Memorial Stadium is silent. Purdue has taken the lead for the first time today, midway through the 4th quarter here. That's a nice run there from Reggie Love, this 3rd. And he has looked very good in the few carries that he's gotten this season. And Illinois is very excited about him being the running back down the road. Reggie Love will get the carry again. He picks up blocks, and he's going down the right side of the field. He breaks away and is brought down by his shoestrings at the last second. And Reggie Love has looked very shifty on those last few runs, and he quickly gets Illinois to the Purdue 40-yard line. Isaiah Williams is going to be sacked. Wow. Jacob Wahlberg just exploded through the line. The dam broke, and he got right to Williams and absolutely laid him out. That sends Illinois backwards. They're going to give to Love again on 2nd down and 17. That only goes for 2, and now it's 3rd down and 15. A very quick, promising drive for Illinois all of a sudden is stalled, and it's 3rd down and 15. Illinois now is down in this game. Williams is going to fire to Campbell over the middle, and Campbell drops it. That's a big drop now, and you wonder what Illinois is going to do. And they're going to go for it. There's now 3.5 minutes to go in this game, and Illinois is down. They're going to go for it here on 4th down and 15. Williams with time to throw. He's going to fire over the middle, and he hits Cumbie, but he has to lay out for it, and he's going to be short of the marker. Williams had good protection. He had time to throw, and he was waiting for Cumbie to come on that cross route over the middle. And that throw just led him too far out in front, and Cumbie had to dive for it. And if that ball is on the money, Cumbie may be able to get upfield for a 1st down. Another inaccurate throw by Isaiah Williams costs Illinois on a crucial drive. On the ensuing drive, Purdue gets a reception there to Ahmad Anderson, and that goes up across to the 40-yard line of Illinois. All of a sudden, Purdue is bullying Illinois in this game. And with nearly 2.5 minutes to go in this game, Purdue is threatening to score again and add on to this lead. 2nd down and 2. Purdue is just burning the clock here. Plummer's going to fire over the middle to Bellodo, and Bellodo is down to the 5-yard line. Kyle Bellodo continues his absolute wrecking crew of a game against this defense. That's his 8th reception. Plummer this time is going to be sacked, and he's brought down for an 8-yard loss. Prince Green came in there on a corner blitz, and boy, did Illinois need that. 2nd and goal after Illinois calls a timeout. Plummer's going to pitch it out to Doru, and Doru is going to be brought down. Those outside run and pitches have knocked work today for Purdue. Jerzon Newton was able to get the stop there, and it's 3rd down and goal from the 15. Illinois would at least like to hold Purdue to a field goal here. Plummer is going to look to throw. He's going to be maneuvering around the pocket. He breaks a tackle, and he's able to fire it off somehow to Milton Wright, who fumbles, and it's picked up by Purdue. A crazy play there, and Purdue luckily is able to get the reception and get on the fumble. And they're just going to let this clock run out as they settle for a chip shot field goal here. That ball is up and good. Purdue makes it a 4-point game now, and all of a sudden, in this 4th quarter, they have come roaring back in this game, and Illinois is going to have to get into the end zone. Kyron Cumbie looking to break off a return here, and he's going to be brought down, and he is down at the 25. Purdue has simply outgained Illinois in total yardage today. And now Illinois will look to get into the end zone down by 4 points. They give the handoff to Brown, and he is stuffed. The clock is running, and Illinois has one timeout to work with. They have to get into the end zone on this drive. Isaiah Williams looking to lead another game-winning drive today. He fires it over the middle, and it's picked off by Kane. And that's a turnover. Purdue gets a crucial interception. And that is going to end this game. Kane gets the reception, and Purdue has pulled off an upset on the road. Isaiah Williams just did not see him there, and he fires off a crucial interception. And now Illinois has one timeout to work with. They give it to Doru. He's brought down. Illinois calls a timeout, but if you do the math, that's not going to be enough to end this ball game. And it's 3rd down and 4 now. All Purdue has to do is just take a knee, and this game is over. They are sporting 5 wide. I'm not really sure why they're not in victory formation here, but all they have to do is just run the clock out. Plummer is under the gun, and they're going to look to throw the ball. They're throwing it, and it's caught by Coleman, and Coleman is going to score. Touchdown, Purdue. Purdue runs up the score on Illinois with 26 seconds to go. They actually just did that. Purdue just had to take a knee, and this game is over. And they go spread out 5 wide and throw the ball. And they score a touchdown to run up the score. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe they just did that. And he shushes the crowd after he gets in the end zone, and Purdue just rubs it in the face of Illinois. They have come in here and beaten the Illini on their senior day. Cumbie is going to go up the left side of the field on the ensuing kickoff, and Cumbie is going to break away, and he's going to score, and that's karma. Illinois will have to go for 2, but they still have a chance in this game after that kickoff return from Cumbie. And all Purdue had to do was just take a knee, and this game would be over. But they asked for this. Cumbie gets his 4th kickoff return touchdown of the season. And Illinois will go for 2 to try to make this a 3-point game. They spread the field out. Isaiah Williams is going to give it to Chase Brown, and Brown is easily in for the 2-point conversion. So that makes it a 3-point game now. And that's brought a little bit of life back into this game, but Illinois will have to get the onside kick here. Caleb Griffin will hit the nose of the football, and it's going to be recovered by Rondale Moore. And that'll do it for this game for the 2nd time. This time, Purdue goes into victory formation, and they have ended this game. They have come into Memorial Stadium in a late season rivalry game and upset Illinois on their senior day. The play of the game, Jack Plummer to Rondale Moore in the first half. And Purdue simply outplayed Illinois today. They had some explosive plays. They utilized their playmakers. And the Illini faithful here at Memorial Stadium are stunned. They did not expect an unranked Purdue team to come in here and get the win. And Isaiah Williams, you can see the expression on him. And I'm sure he feels awful today. That interception on a potential game-winning drive effectively iced the game. And it wasn't the greatest games in the career of Isaiah Williams. He was only 12 of 18. He threw that one pick there, and the stat sheet doesn't really show, but there were some other throws where he was just inaccurate on some throws when Illinois could have converted huge first downs, potentially touchdowns, and it cost him. Jack Plummer, he was very good today. Outside of that one interception to Eddie Smith, he threw 2 touchdown passes. He really utilized Rondale Moore and Kyle Belotto, the tight end. King Doru, The rushing game just wasn't there for Purdue, and that's what we expected. This Illini defensive front is very good at stopping the run. And as far as Illinois, Chase Brown, even though they lost the game today, he had a great day. That's a great way for Chase Brown to go out as a senior. He had 20 carries for 135 yards and a touchdown. You love to see that from Chase Brown, who's thought he'd potentially get the starting running back job this season and lost it to Chase Hayden. But he gets his chances today as Hayden gets hurt, and he gets to go out on top with a great day in front of his home fans. As far as the receivers, Kyron Cumbie led the team with 5 receptions, but none of these receivers could get into the end zone today. Luke Ford had 3 receptions, and just not a whole lot to see in the passing game. But as for Purdue, it was a totally different story. Kyle Bellotto had 8 for 112, Rondale Moore 6, 118, and a touchdown. We've seen Illinois, sometimes they've been able to hold these elite wide receivers in check, but they were not able to do that today. And Rondale Moore had some great plays. He was working all day on Marquez Beeson, who also could be an NFL cornerback, and he burned him on a couple of them. Defensively, Tariq Barnes had 13 total tackles today. Tariq Barnes, who's been a little bit more quiet this season, had a good day today. Keith Randolph got his school record 17th sack on the season, so that's a good thing for Keith Randolph, who's continuing what should be a Heisman campaign. Eddie Smith had an interception there in the first half. And you can see the game stats here. Purdue outpassing Illinois. Illinois outrushing Purdue. Both teams had interceptions, but Illinois came at a much more costly time. Purdue edged out Illinois in time of possession. The players of the game, Kyron Cumbie, Tariq Barnes for Illinois, and then Jack Plummer. I would say it should be Rondale Moore or Kyle Bellotto. And then Jalen Graham defensively, who had 2 sacks, both of them in the second half for Purdue. It's not all doom and gloom though, as Illinois took the loss today, but on the recruiting front, there's some big news. Anthony Wilson, the big right tackle from Hawaii, he unfortunately committed to North Carolina. That's not a surprise. Ken Peoples has finally committed. That's a great addition to this recruiting class for Illinois. They are very excited about him. Dominic Doty commits to North Carolina. Medlock commits to Illinois. Zach Anderson commits. And we'll go through it really quick. Fresh off of the video from yesterday, a lot of you should be familiar with these guys. Ken Peoples, who Illinois expects to be the quarterback of the future down the road, he finally commits, and I think he really loved what he saw today despite the loss. Dominic Doty, he commits to North Carolina. That was not unexpected, as he was favoring them most of the time. At tight end, Zach Anderson, he finally commits to Illinois after visiting this week. And Robert Franklin as well. Illinois wasn't really going after him hard, but we shall see what goes on with that, because they have also offered George Robertson. So Illinois could potentially be bringing in 3 tight ends, and one of these guys is going to have to be cut if all 3 of them end up committing. Anthony Wilson, as I just mentioned, from Hawaii, he commits to North Carolina. Illinois made a very strong push for him, but he wanted to go to North Carolina. Andrew Medlock commits, so Illinois gets a couple of very solid corner prospects in Medlock and Anthony James, who they're excited about. So that's some good news on the recruiting front. But we're going to have to turn the page now as we look ahead to the biggest game of the season, the Wisconsin game. Now, I don't want this loss here to Purdue. It's very disappointing, but I do not want this to overshadow what's at stake coming up next week. I told you guys I'd show you the scores from the rest of the Big Ten games. We saw Michigan take out Indiana, and this was a big one. Wisconsin smoked Nebraska on the road. We just saw Illinois edge out a tight overtime battle with Nebraska, but Wisconsin went in there this week and beat them by 25 points. This Wisconsin team is no joke. There's a reason why they are the number 3 team in the country. You can see the stats there from that game. Wisconsin threw for over 500 yards. Nakia Watson, the lead Heisman contender on the season, had 113 and a touchdown. They even gave the ball to Julius Davis a lot, their second running back. And you can see why this game matters so much. Despite the loss today to Purdue, Illinois still has a chance to win the division, because if they can beat Wisconsin this next upcoming week, they will have the head-to-head win over Wisconsin, and all they would have to do is beat Northwestern in the final week in order to win the division. However, if you're Wisconsin, this is your chance. If you beat Illinois next week, Wisconsin is the winner of the Big Ten Western Division, and they go to the Big Ten championship game. So as I said, I really don't want this deflating loss to Purdue to undersell the importance of this game. This will be the biggest game for the Illini program in quite some time. They have a chance to take the driver's seat in this division. It'll be tough though. Wisconsin sports the #1 total defense in the entire country. They have the #1 pass defense in the country. They have the #5 total offense in the country. And it's just a deadly combination on both sides of the ball. Nakia Watson is the Heisman frontrunner. You can see his stats there. He's got 16 rushing touchdowns, nearly 1,200 yards on the season already. And look at Graham Mertz, the quarterback. Graham Mertz has 28 touchdowns to only 4 interceptions. That is an outstanding ratio if you're a quarterback. And this Wisconsin team is absolutely loaded, and they are playing at a very high level. Look at their season. They, of course, are 10-0. And early in the year, they edged out some big wins against Ohio State and Michigan. And since then, they have just blown out teams. Look at their last 5 games. They have just been going and blowing out teams that Illinois has been, frankly, barely able to beat or struggled with. And Illinois is going to have their hands full for this one. In Wisconsin, they don't really have a whole ton of highly graded players, but they just have so much depth and so much solid, good, developed players. And they have put it together this season, and they're playing at a very high level. And they, of course, are looking to not only win a Big Ten championship, but they are also looking to win a national championship. This, I think, will be the toughest team that Illinois has faced under David Deal up to this point. They will be on the road. This was our second year in a row going to Madison to face the Badgers. Last year, if you recall, Illinois had a 21-0 lead in the first quarter that evaporated and slowly deteriorated as they lost by 3 points. That was one of the more frustrating losses of last season. But this year, Illinois will be going up against a whole nother animal. They will have to bounce back after a disheartening loss to their rival Purdue, who ran up the score at the end of the game. And I'm telling you, next year when we go to Purdue, we're going to keep that in mind. But Illinois will have to turn the page mentally, and David Deal will have a lot of coaching to do this week as he tries to turn the page for his players and get them ready to face Wisconsin. It's the biggest game for this program in quite some time, and I cannot wait for it. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. It was certainly a frustrating and stunning loss to their rival at home. Unfortunate way to go out on senior day. But Illinois still has a whole lot of green in front of them, and they have a chance to win this division still. And I hope you guys are uber excited for this game against Wisconsin. I cannot wait. Feel free to comment as always, and I will see you next week as the Illini go on the road to face the #2 ranked Wisconsin Badgers. See you guys then.